particularly with conditioning. But you haven't really had any opportunity to prepare for a range and things like that.
I mean, yeah, I was in Oregon for a year.
That's all.
Yeah, so I mean, practice do it. I mean, I can still throw the ball. Things happen. It was a fun game. It was cool. It was cool to play at a different stadium. I can't say too much. Like it was a cool atmosphere.
Where are you at in terms of, I guess, not so much decision making with your throws, but the when to pull it and run versus kind of what you talked about during camp, staying in the pocket, holding the pocket. You obviously, that game, you obviously left the pocket more maybe than you have this year.
I think I'm getting better and just knowing when to take off and run, knowing when things aren't there, knowing when things are breaking down. Still comes with reps and time, but overall, I think I'm getting better with the decision making on that part.
Aidan, you were really tough on yourself after the opener, and then the second game, everything went fantastic in the fourth quarter. How do you evaluate your play Saturday, the good and the bad?
You know, 3 picks. I mean, 3 plays don't define me, but you want those. You have to get rid of the turnovers to win games. Without the turnovers, without the missed throws, you probably win that game. It is what it is. So, I mean, I still don't think I'm any less of a person, any less of a player, But I'm not discouraged. I'm not none of that. I'm still gonna come out and play my hardest and compete with everybody and anybody. So
When you see Montori break loose and you know that the ball gets there, you got something going, what's going through your mind?
excitement. Probably why I missed a few of those throws. Just a little too excited, wide open, just ready to see him go. Just trying to give him a good ball so he can run through it, and miss some of them. Sometimes you make them. It is what it is. Timing will come. Yeah.
And what have the last just 72 hours been like for you?
Real calm. Just going over this week's game plan, figuring out what we're going up against. Watching last week. Working out some kinks. Same old.
What was your conversations like with Coach Smith? I mean, how much does his understanding of the position, having played it himself, kind of affect how he kind of, talks to you and understands what you're going through, from a game-to-game situation?
You're saying conversation after this last
Yeah,
game?
after this game, and then just in general, his ability to kind of understand what you're going through, given the situations you're facing.
Keep playing how you playing. I mean, got to get rid of turnovers. We all know that. Too many turnovers, that's going to kill us. But, I mean, compete, play fearless, go out there and just hunt. That's what we say. Go hunt. And, I mean, I feel like we've all been competing and working as hard as we possibly can, but, turnovers will kill that. And that's on me. I got to fix that. So, yeah, that's really what it is.
When you look at the turnovers, Aidan, is there any common thread, or are there different reasons you think through these first 4?
I mean, yeah, sometimes I get a little antsy and feet aren't set, ball sails a little bit, some things happen. Other times, maybe I make the right read, wrong ball, right read and wrong timing. But overall, it's just a thing that I need to work on myself and just go through, maybe make the game a little slower for myself, learn how to work on slowing down the game a little bit. That's about it.
So feel like fixable things? And
Oh, for sure.
where at? Film room, practice field?
Everywhere. I mean, just being able to know where things are going to hit. I mean, I feel like we study enough. We just got to do it more.
How much more difficult is it to have to learn in the spotlight, in the situation you are, than being a backup and only getting out there every so often and not making mistakes? More brushed off, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's more difficult. I would just say it's, like you said, it's more. I'm more in the spotlight. People are gonna see it more now. They're gonna just pay more attention to what I'm doing. And there's 11 guys on the field, and it's not always my fault. But I'm gonna get the blame for it, and I'm gonna take it. I'm a leader. I'm a captain on the team, and I have to take that role of just taking things on the chin, keep it pushing. So, I mean, it's no different than being a backup. Just you make mistakes and you learn from them, come back and try and fix them, try and improve on it next week.
Hey, we know you're carrying the leadership role, you're carrying the burden of that, but let's talk about the football player right now. You're a few weeks into your college career as a sophomore. What excites you about coming in? What's the thing that you smile about when you're with your teammates? Give us the other side of the part of the football player that keeps you motivated, keeps you going.
Everything, just being able to wake up every day and come in and play for this wonderful team under wonderful coaching staff with wonderful players, wonderful teammates. You know, I don't really listen or care what anybody has to say outside of this room, like outside of this locker room, and it's just we have a lot to prove, and we know we have a lot to prove, and we still know that we're a dangerous team, and we know how dangerous we can be, but we just gotta put it out there.
Quick follow, is there a song that's repeating on your playlist or something you kind of go to a lot?
Nah, nothing too serious. I'm good. Yeah.
This Ohio State defense, I guess, what have you seen on tape, and I guess first opportunity to go against that program, what that means to you?
They're a great team. You know, ranked pretty high. I don't know what the ranking is, honestly. I'm sorry, but they're a good team. You know, but they put their pads on just how we put our pads on. I mean, I'm not coming in here scared. They're going to play hard. We're going to play hard, and you know, whatever the outcome is the outcome. I'm not going to disrespect anybody. I'm here to. Our thing is respect all, fear none, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go in with the intent to win, and whatever happens, happens.
Did Boston College's front four, front seven give you a good test and look to kind of prepare for what they have up front?
Yeah, I mean, Boston College was stout defense. You know, missed a few, still want some of those back. But, yeah, stout defense. They played their hearts out. They played all 4 quarters. They won that game. Shout out to them. You know, hopefully we can come out and play all 4 quarters this week. No one gives up. No one comes out here and just lays an egg, and we just play our hearts out.
I know you're not where you want to be, but are you where you thought you would be at this point? Are you a step behind, or are you even ahead of that projection?
I'm in a process. I'm in a process. I'm in a learning process. I'm not going to put age on it, but I am young. That is what it is. Everybody knows I'm a young quarterback, but that doesn't really mean anything to me. You know, I'm just still learning. I have to come in and learn from the best, learn from whoever I have to talk to, just talk and work through timing, work through everything we have to work through so I can, you know, improve. And I wouldn't say I'm where I want to be, and I wouldn't say where I thought I would be either. You know, I'm just, as I said before, I'm in a process, and wherever that process leads me, that's where I'm going to go.
What's the biggest thing you learned Saturday night?
One play can change the game. I mean, I knew that already, but, you know, it comes up big. If I complete those 2 passes to Montori, we win that game. If I don't throw those picks, you know, I don't know what happens in those drives, you know. So, yeah, one play.
How do you stay patient with yourself and also like give your grace throughout this process and not get, you know, frustrated?
This team keeps me level-headed. You know, I mean, I feel like I'm a level-headed guy. Don't really have much to be angry with. Like, there's nothing that I should get out of like my emotions with. I mean, I know what I can be. I know what I can do, and so does my team. So that's the biggest thing here. We just have to put it together. As I've been saying before, we're really close to doing something really big, and you know, again, like I don't care what anybody has to say outside of this room. We all know what we can do, and we're gonna keep doing what we do.
And what do you see in terms of where the run game's at, where it can get better? How close do you feel like you guys are to that? And if that's able to start clicking a little better, how much can that take off your plate and help you out?
You know, I mean, we have to work some things out. Like, the run game can be off and on, so can the pass game, though. Like, that's on me, too. Like, the run game can be on, it's not on just one person, but it's also not on the entire team. Like, we all mess up every once in a while, but things are going to happen. And the run game probably not where we want it to be right now, you know. Neither is the pass game, but we're gonna work towards those things to improve.
Where are those things that you think that could help you guys get some more traction there?
We're gonna go over it soon. I mean, we've seen some things, but you know, we haven't talked about it as much as we probably should. But we're gonna talk about it soon together as a team. So we'll figure it out.
When did you realize Nick was going to be out, and then how did that kind of affect how you played, especially with the other receivers that were sidelined too?
It didn't affect how I played. I mean, you know, it sucks having some of your guys out. But, you know, guys stepped up, they came in and played, and they did what they had to do. You saw, I mean, AZ and Montori, Jay Smith, Yanni, all of them came in, they played their hearts out. And some probably didn't touch the ball as much as they wanted to, some probably didn't touch the ball at all. But they stepped up, came, and, you know, it's we'll see what happens this week with our receivers coming back and, you know, see what happens.
With the run game, we saw you more active with your legs. What are a couple of those plays, 3rd and 10, where you managed to just somehow get to the sticks, and then I think the 22-yard game. I guess one, was there more of a thought going into the game that you would run the ball more, design the runs, and how do you think your creativity in the open field plays out?
No, I don't think it was a planned thing. I think it was, I have to make some shape. Football is an interesting game. Things happen, things break down, and when things broke down this past week, I made a play and did what I had to do to keep us on the field. So I know after a few of those plays, I felt more confident for sure. Coming in, I can take off a little bit. So some things changed, but there was no design, no plan for me to run that much. It was just something that happened.
Coach Smith has talked about your competitive nature. Where does that come from or start for you?
Since I was little, when I was little, I used to cry after every loss. I used to cry after every pick I threw, So it's something that's been basically instilled in me since I was young. I just don't like losing, don't like making mistakes, which you're never going to be perfect, but, it's hard when you're out there and you're, you know what you can do and you're not doing it to the best of your abilities. But I don't know, just winning isn't for me though. It's not just for me. I want to win for this team. I want to win for this culture, what we have here, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to be in a winning program and winning culture and help create one as well. So that's where it's been instilled in me since I can remember. So yeah.
Coach Smith always has your back when he takes the go.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
So Coach Smith always has your back. He's always looking at the good and the bad. How important is that for you to have a coach that has faith in you and is always in your corner?
Very important. He understands the game. He understands the position. It's a lot to deal with, and some people started at different times. I happen to take over a new program at 19 years old, and it might be challenging for some, and it's proved to challenge me. You've seen it. So. It's just great having a coach that has your back and knows what you can do, and also still believes in you after the mistakes you've made. You're going to make mistakes, but it keeps you out there and lets you play and continue to compete.
You said you used to cry after every loss or every pick. When's the last time you can remember crying over something happened on a football field?
Saturday. Yeah, I was sick. I think that's a game that we lost because we beat ourselves. And again, shout out to Boston College. They came in and played 4 quarters, but after I got in the locker room, I just, honestly, I sat down and just, broke down. I was like, I saw my mom, saw my dad, and broke down. And, it's probably not something that should control my mood or control my emotions, but it does, and it is what it is. I love this game, and I love what I do. And so, Saturday, it was a rough time for me.
Is there anything that somebody had said to you, whether it's Smith, your parents, or something, that just helped you, move on from it? And you said you've been calm for the last 72 hours.
Yeah, I talk to my teammates a lot. My parents, I talk to them all the time, but they're my parents. They're supposed to tell you the good things. They're supposed to tell you, it's all gonna be okay. And my coaches say the same thing. But when you come in and talk to, I come in and talk to after the game. I talked to Jordan Turner. I cried to Jordan Turner. That's what happened. I came in and talked to Aaron Jones. Cried to Aaron Jones after week 1 too. That's what happened. I talked to them and they're like, hey, we have your back. You're gonna make mistakes, but they come up to me and they tell me they wouldn't want anybody else leading this offense, and I appreciate that. And no matter if I believe them or not in that moment, it's comforting, and I appreciate every single one of them, every single one of my teammates, just for being here and just walking, being behind me.
When you have the physical ability that you do, how hard is it not to want to just let it rip every time and just kind of make the big throw and kind of try to make the big plays? You do have that talent.
How hard is it?
Yeah, not to try it. Try it all the time.
I don't really know, honestly. We come in, we have a game plan, and I feel like we have the guys that we can do a lot of damage with, and it's just frustrating when I can't get them the ball. That's really how it is. It's frustrating missing those 2 throws last week that could have changed the game, and it's just frustrating when you can do something and you don't do it. That's how I see it.
Thanks, Aidan.